if I were to have chosen the day to do 18 miles, it would not be a day when I feel weak like I do today.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm here with Arnie. This morning I'm delivering her to Pocahontas and Clendenin, where the rangers have the road closed. She's going to hike 16 miles, a record I think, to Stony Creek.
Everybody have a blessed day. Get out and hike. All right, folks, so I am back at Clendenin Road in Pocahontas, where we are not allowed to drive up this road right now because this is all pipeline stuff. Hey there, headed to the AT trailhead.
Hey, have a good day, man.
You too. Check that out. Stream right there. Let's just hit the AT north. So we got about 1,300 feet up and about 2.5 miles. There it is. Beautiful day. It's going to be hot today. In the 70s. Summer shirt on. Prepared to sweat. Which I'm already doing, and that's okay. Well, we've reached the Jeep Road, and up here a little further is a water source, and this was a campsite. Not sure where all that water runoff came from, but there it is. Coming out of the mountain. Can you see it? I'll be darned. Well, I guess that would be a good source, don't you think? So the water comes across the Jeep Road here through the pipe and then goes down there across all those rocks. Getting down to that, a little bit tough, but you could do it, and I guess you could come over to the other side. I'm not sure how you'd get around to that. Either one of those ways of getting water here is going to be pretty tough, but it is flowing good, and if you need it, you need it. So we're going to go up this Jeep Road here. Back to the rock steps. Went all of last year and never saw a snake. Somebody tell me what that is, just so I know. Some more stair climbing. Well, fortunately we're not climbing over that. Although I think eventually we do, but they've, if I remember correctly, made a really nice pathway through it, so we'll get there soon, or eventually, sometime. So now it's time to walk through the rock field, and I want to video some of this so you can see the work that these trail builders did to make a walkway. I mean, that's what they had to work with. And then this is what they managed to do. Thank you to them. Good water source up here. And it just goes on like this for a ways. All right, first hour on this uphill, 1.5 miles. I'm happy with that, especially given that my stomach is a little upset today and I wasn't able to eat very much. Well, I really didn't eat anything at all. It's one bite of something, granola or something. And I did drink my protein drink, and I'm drinking a Gatorade, but I don't want to have to dig a cat hole here anywhere. That wouldn't be fun to have to climb up these steep hills, so I'm trying to just put in little bits to keep me going. Otherwise I feel great. My muscles feel good. My feet feel good. The weather's perfect. It's a beautiful day. Everything's good. Y'all know how much I love climbing over these. Not. Absolutely not. There's your rice field shelter. Privy is behind it. But the really special thing over here is beautiful. Well, coming into rice field shelter, you got to go over some steps. Guess they're keeping something in or out. And here's your rice field shelter. It's got a pretty good overhang. Pretty large shelter, really. I'd say 8 anyway. Nice fire ring over there. And the privy's back there in the back. Alright, I ended up needing about 30 minutes to make a privy stop and take a shoe off and check for a spot that was rubbing. No redness, so it's okay. Just had something to do with the way I put the tape on. And get all that put back together. But anyway, that's the view walking across this ridge. For my first day back hiking alone, I'm glad to have a day like today. It's a beautiful day. That may be West Virginia now, because this ridge pretty much walks the boundary line at some point of Virginia and West Virginia. And the rocks across the ridge of Peters Mountain, 10 miles about. Maybe not 10. Yeah, it's about 10. Begin. Yep. So the rocks are not continual. They kind of come and go, and we got a break here. In fact, we got almost a walk in the woods trail here. So this is great. Someone's been hanging around this very old dead tree. See all that? All right, I've made my sun hat. There it is. You can wet it and wear it wet on top of the head to help cool the head. And I think I have one of those older, just real steady hikers behind me, because every time I stop, they get closer. And when I get the downhills and I speed up a little bit, I seem to gain a little bit. And then on the uphills, they kind of get closer again. So I hope they'll let me video them. Look forward to meeting them when they finally do catch me. All right, well, the gentleman that's been behind me for a while, I decided to step aside and catch my breath on this uphill and go ahead and let him pass. Anyway, is it okay if I put you on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, and your trail name is?
Loner Boner.
Loner Boner. Have you ever thru hiked before?
3 times.
Ah, 2,000 miles times 3. Well, good for you.
The first time was in 07, and then 11 and 15. The
And
first
now,
time I was 66, now I'm 77 years old.
well, I'm 66 on my first time, so that's encouraging. Hopefully when I'm 77, I'll do it again. So that's wonderful. So he started around the same time I did, but he is managing to stay out in the cold camping. And so anyway, well, we're going to just kind of video you up the hill if you don't mind. And Loner Boner, some of y'all out there have probably met him. "77 years young." I'm going to write a new book called The Tortoise and the Old Hare. How far do you generally hike in a day?
It varies.
How much do you like to hike? Average.
It depends. I go anywhere from 8 to 14, 15 miles.
And how many miles have you gone already today?
I left Pearisburg.
So what do you do when you're not hiking?
Well, I live on the farm out in the country. I lived there all my life, and I hike with the Indianapolis Hiking Club. I grow a big garden. I cut my own firewood, and there's numerous things around the homestead to keep you occupied and busy.
Yeah, and you grow some stuff there on your farm?
Corn and soybeans.
Soybeans, good. Well, I sure have enjoyed talking with you. Well, he needs to get on down the road because he needs to get to a campsite. So we're coming out of tall trees into kind of a field, meadow, whatever, with these shorter trees for a minute. And then it looks like we're going back in. Tall trees again. I'm looking back southbound, and where Gut Hooks shows the second little icon and it says meadow, down there in that hole, and then off to your left if you're coming northbound, which is to my right now. If you look from the trail, you could see some water pooled. But anyway, there was a guy up here that's part of this Stop the Pipeline group that said if you walk down there about 100 yards and it's flowing over some rocks and stuff, and you can get water down there. So Loner Boner is actually headed down there to get some more water so that he can stealth camp. And I'm just going to keep on going. I got enough to get me to Pine Swamp Branch, so he can pretty much, once he gets that water, he can pretty much camp wherever he wants. It looks like we got another spot here where a great little campsite right there. And up there you can put a tent too, and hammock. Whoa! Hello! I just turned around and look what I see. Wow. That is beautiful. We've come up to the junction with a Groundhog Trail. Sugar Camp Farm, 1.9 miles. So last year, I don't know if I told y'all this story yet, we wanted to hike this with G. I wanted to hike it. We waited for decent weather to come up here and hike this trail across Peters Mountain, which meant 2 nights for him. So the first night we stayed at that camp back there where the water was, and then the second night he had to go 5 miles to a campsite, but there's no water. So I played Trail Angel again, and we drove way around into West Virginia, and I came up this Blue Blaze Groundhog Trail and ended up bushwhacking up a mountain. It took me 6 hours to get that 1.9 miles, or 5 or 4, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, when I got up here, where G was, he didn't have service, so I called a shuttle driver down in Pearisburg, and they drove around there and took a message to him to drive around here, and told him I'm not going back down on that trail because it was too dangerous coming up, and it'd be even more dangerous for me to try to go down that trail because it was so very narrow in places, and the brush was grown over it. And anyway, so I came down this way, the 6 miles, and got down the 6 miles faster than I had gotten up that 1.9 miles. So, and then when he and I came, of course, I came through here again. So this is my 3rd time on this little piece of trail right here. And what I remember is rocks. So let's head on down the road. But first, look at this gorgeous day we are having. There's our sun. So this is the spot where we camped. We had our tent up right over there, our big Marmot Limelight 3-person 8-pound tent. And the main reason I remember is that I hid the water that I had carried up over under this log. And it was green and bushy all around here. Well, I'm definitely not breaking any of my speed records today. So I will be in the dark tonight, most likely. It's been a long time since I hiked in the dark. And actually kind of looking forward to it. Slow, slow, slow. and my muscles are beat. I hope it's because I just really felt icky today. 3 trips to the John in the first hour and a half I was awake. Anyway, whew, I still got 7 miles to go, so hang on tight. Keep going. Don't stop. You can do it, Grandma. Don't stop. You can do it. There's no rocks in Virginia. Seriously, this is the trail? Yep. Well, it looks like the next mile and a half we're going to be going up about 500 feet. So the way I feel right now, I guess I'm going to say, let the moaning begin. I need a few endorphins to help me up this climb. See you at the top. Well, if I were to have chosen the day to do 18 miles, it would not be a day when I feel weak like I do today. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Got no choice, right? Onward and upward. So we're up to 3688. I think we had one of those bum kicker 200 foot up things. And definitely did that to me. Anyway, so only 200 more feet over the next mile, so hopefully they'll spread it out and not make it all over 1 or 2 tenths. Keep your fingers crossed. Keep hoping. We'll make it. Well, I honestly don't remember the last time I walked this slow on a trail. Pretty cool. The sun's back there, isn't it? Anyway, I'm actually going slightly downhill. Perfect trail, no rocks. And that's all I can do to put one foot in front of the other. Wow. I actually hope I'm sick. I'd hate to think that I was this bad and I wasn't sick. Anyway, we'll make it. Been through worse times and had to push on through. So we'll make it. But I'm really moving slow, crawling and stopping about every 10 minutes just to rest my legs that are aching really bad. I've drunk 2 liters of Gatorade. Get to that water, I'm gonna get some water and just drink straight water. But anyway, yeah, see you down the trail. Everybody hang in there. Well, I do believe I'm at the high point for the day, 38.85, 38.55, something. Anyway, 2.5 miles and close to 1,000 feet down to water. And I think I'll feel better once I get water. So let's head on down. Hopefully I will wake up feeling better tomorrow. Hopefully I will have the energy to roll out my legs tonight. A long time. Thank you to all of you who are hanging in there watching. Still walking every inch of the Appalachian Trail. Cooling off now. That can only help. Alright, we're starting 14 switchbacks down about a mile to the water. And then it'll be about a mile after that to the trailhead. I really don't want to stop and get water there because I really want to get to that trailhead before dark, as tired as I am. And I slipped and caught myself with a trekking pole, and it pulled the muscle in my right tricep and in my back on the right side, kind of where you'd think you had a kidney stone if you didn't know that you had just pulled a muscle. Anyway, it's not real bad. I'm going to be okay. Might not even feel it tomorrow. I don't know. But I feel it a little bit now, and my legs are just so tired, so sore. I don't know what's going on. But this is not normal with the way I've been feeling lately. So anyway, yeah, I'd just like to get there before dark. Doing fine. You know, I'm fine. Gonna be fine. Just as always, trying to be cautious and careful. So, see you on down the trail. 14 switchbacks to the water. Well, before it gets too dark to film, I do want to kind of wrap up this day. It has been a great day for hiking. The weather was awesome. If I had not felt bad at the very beginning, I would just think that it was the heat that's kind of, you know, undone me, so to speak. But I felt bad from the beginning. So, you know, I don't know. I always hate it when you're like not quite sick, but almost sick, and then you just don't know what the deal is. Am I sick or am I not sick? But something's not normal today, but it's still been a great day. It's been absolutely beautiful. I have been able to look aside enough and enjoy the views, just enjoy the forest, and met some pretty cool people, and really enjoyed talking to Loner Boner. He has a daughter. He has a spot and a daughter who follows him and kind of, you know, watches how he's doing, making sure he's okay. 77 years old, is that not awesome? Today, I would call today a bad day from the standpoint that I hurt so bad and I feel so bad, but I would call it a good day from the standpoint that it was beautiful and I was able to enjoy it, and I know that my body's getting stronger in spite of, I mean, today is probably going to be really make some strengthening of these muscles, because when you're real tired, when your muscles are real tired and you still have to push them, you know, that's a great time to build muscle. So I got to say that, so that makes it a good day. So, you know, but I ain't quitting. Don't worry, folks. Those of you that are with me, that are really with me, and like I said, if there's 10 of you, I'm okay with that. Even if there's 9, I'll go without you. But, you know, I ain't quitting. No time soon, anyway. Don't plan on ever quitting. Might be forced off by something. It's just the way life is, but I'm not quitting. So everybody have a blessed evening. If there's anything else to show, we'll show it. And see you in the morning. Oh, bah humbug. Oh, I wish I had long legs. Boy, somebody's been digging at this. Wish they'd dug a little harder and cut it in half for us. Okay, climbing over. My legs were just barely long enough to step over and slide over that thing, so yay, getting dark, folks. I don't want to get my headlamp out yet. I'm enjoying the dusk. Gonna go as far as I can without it. It's darker than the camera shows, but it's cool. Cool like neat, and cool like cooling down, weather-wise. safe.
Great job, Nunu.
Oh, doesn't feel like a great job, but we're here.
You did it.